ring generalship is bothering Roy. Roy's never experienced this, and I think that the fact that Joe can do this all night.
That's right. You don't expect Calzaghe to slow down.
No.
Kessler waited for it to happen, and Calzaghe just kept building the tempo. And now he's attacking Jones with impunity in the corner. And throwing 3- and 4-punch combinations, which Jones tries to fend off one shot at a time.
He's beating Roy in every way at this point here.
Good hard right hand by Jones.
With his hands down.
It may not be wise for him not to worry about Jones's power, but he's trying to portray that he's not worried about Jones's power.
Have you got to be Joe? Yeah, babe. Have you got to do? He's shocking everything out of him. He's shocking everything out of him. The feint's killing him. All these feints you're doing is killing him, right? The left hand's working wonderful today, right? The left hand's working up. Are you doing that, Joe? Yeah. Breathe in, ass, breathe in. Cara, Joe, listen, I'm not even 2 spins up the hill lane. Not even 2 spins up the lane. You with me, Joe? Yeah.
Albert, you putting on his head while I'm talking to him, bro. Okay. I just got fight moving back.
Okay. Here you see Calzaghe get hit with punches by Roy, but I don't think they landed that cleanly because Joe was rolling his body with the punches.
And numbers aren't everything. Punch count isn't everything. But by CompuBox count, Calzaghe outlanded Jones 74-27 in the last 2 rounds. So on Harold Letterman's scorecard, he climbs back to within a point. If you're a judge who gave Calzaghe the 2nd round, which is possible, he would now be ahead in the fight.
If you're a Roy Jones fan, I think you have to be hoping that he catches Joe coming in with something hard, particularly when Joe is standing as he is now with his guard down.
And again, I'm not sure he really totally disrespects Jones's power, but I think he wants to show the ringside people that he disrespects Jones's power by way of making a point that he's not bothered by what happened in round 1.
And maybe show Roy that he doesn't respect his power.
Good straight left hand by Calzaghe, 3 right hands to the body, combination upstairs. Jones fires back with 1 right hand. This was the basic equation coming into the fight. A fighter who is comfortable throwing 75 punches around against a fighter who customarily throws 35 to 40. How do you rework the equation in your favor if you're Jones?
Well, Roy's not been that successful in landing too many clean punches. Even the punches the last round that, we gave him credit for. I think the fact that the steam was rolled away by Calzaghe, and Calzaghe is doing what he wants to do at this stage right now. I can't believe how he's dropping his hands to get away with that with Roy Jones. But Roy's contact percentage has got to be very low. He's throwing punches, but he cannot hit Calzaghe.
There's a hard right hand by Jones. Calzaghe comes back working the body. Calzaghe blocks a couple Jones shots and slips the right hand there.
Break!
Body shots by Calzaghe. Jones backs away. Joe hasn't landed anything really solid upstairs in a while, and he takes another hard right hand shot by Jones. This round may be on the table with 50 seconds to go. Calzaghe begins to try to apply his volume formula to it.
Well, I would have to give Roy so far this round here the way it's going. At this point.
Why would Roy allow someone to stand in front of him with his hands down when he can punch is beyond me.
Well, that's his way of trying to make Calzaghe get tired.
Calzaghe lands a big left hand.
Yep.
Now the round belongs to the Welshman.
Yep.
Jones lands a left off the ropes. Jones's left eye is starting to swell.
Jones is being physically beaten as well as outpunched.
Hard right hand by Jones. Calzaghe with the right hand. They're going to fight down the stretch of the round.
Tough round.
And Calzaghe tries to nail it down with a flurry at the finish. Jones with one more big counter shot. What a round. Both fighters made statements there.
he pity-patting. You feel him on the outside with your hands. Run something off the middle, champ. He pity-patting a lot. But stay on his right shoulder. Move to your left. Come on, try to get your hook in. If you feel that stuff on the outside, run something strong off to the inside because his punches is wide.
I know for 5 or 4 rounds this guy's gone. But don't be nothing careless. Don't be careless. Good job. Good job, Joe. Are you happy with yourself? Are you happy with yourself?
Here you see Joe Calzaghe throwing a lot of punches and missing a lot, but eventually he starts coming through with that straight left hand. And, you know, and if he can keep connecting like that, which I think he's going to be doing a lot more of that, Roy's going to have a rough time tonight.
Hold it. Hold it.
CompuBox numbers on power shots in round 5. Calzaghe 20 out of 58. Jones 18 out of 33. Calzaghe with a 12-0 edge in jabs. Jones had his moments in that round, but as you see, Harold Letterman gave it to Calzaghe. Once again, the activity rate puts Jones on the defensive. Slight swelling above the left eye of Roy Jones. Calzaghe with the blood stopped outside his nose on the right side looks pretty good. Pattern of the fight established as Calzaghe stalks and Jones looks to counter. Jones must have made a pretty good point in the last round because Calzaghe is suddenly treating him with more respect.
Roy's main punch in this fight has been the right hand, particularly the right hand lead, which he does so effectively. He's always gotten away with that. He's having problems getting that punch in with Calzaghe, and that's got him all off track because he's not really jabbing much. He's not throwing left hooks. It's the right hand lead that he's trying to, and that's not working. So he's having a problem of finding anything that can be effective.
And slowly, imperceptibly, Emmanuel, it just appears to me that Calzaghe's body attack is beginning to take its toll. Jones looks a little bit more labored than at the beginning.
And also Calzaghe's rhythm, his in and out rhythm. It's not that easy to time. You know, he's not just a guy that's walking in flat-footed before you can time him which one. He comes in and out, and he has his own good defense when he's.
It looks to me that Roy is occasionally, when he circles, especially landing that lead right hand, it doesn't look like it's having a tremendous effect on Joe.
No,
and that may be having an effect on Roy.
Definitely. Because that's the main thing he worked on, and I'm quite sure Joe them have studied him very well and learned that that's the main punch they have to look at is for the real sneak right hand lead. And they've taken his best weapon away from him. And when you do that with any fighter, you know, it makes him, there it is again. And he's not been effective with it.
Remember, Calzaghe is the master of making mid-fight adjustments to turn the tactical equation in his favor. Takes a big uppercut there. Excellent punch by Jones. And maybe Jones has found another way to land his right hand. And Joe fights back the way he's most accustomed to, by piling punches on. There's Bernard Hopkins sitting at ringside 3 weeks after his amazing triumph over Kelly Pavlik. A lot at stake for Hopkins in the eyes of many who think that maybe he would be a logical opponent for Roy Jones if, in fact, Jones can get past Calzaghe and win the fight. Hopkins picked Jones to win the fight, publicly proclaiming that Jones has greater power and should win.
Light, strong stuff on the inside. Don't go for the one big shot, okay? He's coming right back. Look, check this out. When you finish hitting him, if he go do that pitter-patter stuff, tie him up. Keep turning. Stay on his.
Here you see Roy Jones laying a beautiful time uppercut right through the defense of Calzaghe when Joe least expected it. But beyond that punch, which was the best punch of the round, it wasn't too much landed by Jones.
While, according to CompuBox numbers, Calzaghe landed 30 blows and threw 91. And again, judges can see how many punches are thrown way more effectively than they can see what lands. We're halfway through the fight. It's gone by fast. Harold, how do you have it?
Okay, Jim. 57, 56, 4 rounds to 2, Joe Calzaghe. Jim, you just can't take it away from him. He throws so many punches in each and every round. Roy Jones lands 1, 2, 3 good right hands in a round. But other than that, the activity of Joe Calzaghe has to be winning this fight. I mean, I thought Roy deserved an extra point for round 1. Thought Roy stunned him in round 2. But after that, Joe Calzaghe threw too many. 4-2 Calzaghe on clean punching.
Calzaghe a little bit slower, more tactical, more selective here at the beginning of round 7. Obviously still sees Jones as a dangerous quantity in there.
Clearly, Jones is not as good as he once was. Against Tarver in their 3rd fight, there were opportunities for Roy to win, and he didn't take advantage of them. He's not as good as he was. The question remains, how great is he?
Joe is starting to get through with that left hand. Roy's going straight back now, and his reflexes are not what they used to be. And Joe Calzaghe is coming straight through with that 1-2.
And
good
so
counter left by Jones, another one. But prior to that, Jones was having trouble seeing Calzaghe's left coming.
And can Roy overcome adversity, which he didn't have to do at his best? He has plenty of it here.
But this is a good fight. That's a really, you know, to predict the outcome of this fight is going to be very hard. Roy still is punching with sharp, clean punches. And
solid left hand by Calzaghe. Follows it up with a couple of body shots. Another flurry by Calzaghe. Drives Jones back against the ropes. Roy may be momentarily hurt.
He's hurt. Straight left.
Blood above the left eye of Roy Jones. Calzaghe's punch is starting to do more damage. Calzaghe grins as he goes back to the hunt. Jones has landed a couple of good counter shots, but Calzaghe is wearing Jones down with the constant assault. Again, the hand speed flurries by Calzaghe. Jones gets him off with 1 punch. Calzaghe dropping his hands and staring at Jones and watching the blood flow and going back to work.
And all this said, Roy is fighting valiantly here. He's fighting hard.
I've never saw Roy Jones cut, but I've never saw him knocked out until they got knocked out by Tarver.
Calzaghe showboating again, taunting Jones as he pushes him into the corner. Jones is landing good, solid counter shots, and Calzaghe now is walking through them.
Yeah, the signature punch right now is a straight left hand of Joe Calzaghe.
Bring it up, bring it up.
And that is some cut above the left eye. Calzaghe worked it and finally got it to open up.
Okay, give me a tap.